Hello guys, welcome back. Here you have it. After completing my first save, obtaining a net worth of 1 million, we are going to start our second playthrough. Now, I contemplated doing character creation. I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing with you, but I will show you the result. So this is the setup we're going with. Yeah, look, I have no idea why. It just makes me laugh, so that's why. Okay, so if you've played this game before, you're going to know that the barn or the RV blows up. So this time we're going to see if we can harvest these plants before we get out of here. Okay, so we harvested the plant and we completely stripped down the RV. So we grabbed the packing station, we grabbed the plant box, we grabbed everything. Okay, we know this is about to blow up. So, all right, let's get into the game. Now you've probably all done this before, all the payphone stuff. So I'm gonna not bore you with the running around and answering phones and stuff. So we just answered the payphone, and now we're going to the fountain, the canal, and the supermarket. I tell you what is nice, knowing where everything is, because on the first playthrough, you know, you've got the maps, you're fumbling around trying to figure out what's going on. So it's nice to not have to do that. Boom. Alright, let's get this done and set up. We should be able to get underway pretty quickly. Aim for this episode is we move from the motel to the apartment. And here's the thing as well. This is our territory, don't interfere. I never encountered any more resistance apart from this initial interaction. It would be nice if you had cartel members pull up on you and maybe want to fight and stuff. That would be cool. I'd like to rent a room, please. Sounds good to me. And while you're here, can I interest you in a free sample? How's that? Excellent. So remind me what we start with. We've got a second shelf here. Got a bed, a light. Great. So let's just set up where we know things are going to go. Okay, so I think this is probably going to be a little good setup for us to start with. And we're just going to run through the main mission and just speed run until we can get our seeds unlocked. So it says buy 1 soil, we're going to buy 2, we are going to buy a watering can, and is there anything else we're going to need? We're going to need a trash bag, no sorry, I think we're just going to go straight for the trash grabber. 55, that's perfect. I didn't do option 2, I'm doing option 2. Oh wow, he's fine with it. Okay, so we've planted, we've set up the apartment, we've ordered our little drop here. Now it is time for us to use the extra product that we have in our inventory, and we're going to go hand out some free samples. Just trying to make use of all the time that we have. So we've collected our seeds from the dead drop, but now I am, instead of planting them straight away, I think I'm just going to rock it around and offer some free samples while I have the product in my inventory. Great. So why that is so good, because we've unlocked Chloe now. Once we get her to friendly status, we're going to get access to Benji, and the faster we can get access to Benji, the faster we're going to be able to progress out of the motel. Now you might be wondering, isn't it more efficient to plant the seeds before you go and do the free samples? And as you might notice, I'm not currently getting harassed by text messages for product. So I don't think the game is at the point. So the next one will be Piggy, and we just failed on Mrs. Meg. So let's go see if we can unlock Piggy. So I'll finish what I was saying. I don't think the game at this point is going to let customers text me. Well, I don't even have any products listed for sale at the moment, so that's the main thing as well. So great, so that is every customer unlocked except for Mrs. Ming. I believe the quality for all of these customers is low. standards are low, which is very low, which is great for us because these are going to be fantastic customers for us inside the motel and inside the apartment, because we're going to be utilizing speed grow, which is going to keep the quality of our product low. So even though we're way ahead of the objectives, we are going to have to finish the main objectives. That's another thing to note as well. These objectives are probably the most important thing in the game. Because what they're going to do is they're going to allow you to progress further onto the next, well, progress further onto the next product. Okay, great. So we've listed, wow, 8, 2, 2. So I think I'm going to accept pretty much all of these. Chloe, definitely. Sure thing. Chloe can go for the next morning. Ludwig can go for the next morning. Geraldine can go for the next morning. Great, so we're going to take all of that. Okay, and we have speed grow available to us, so that is definitely going to be a worthwhile investment. Okay, so we've selected 2, 2, 8, 5. We've got a bit of product to fulfill at this stage, so hopefully we haven't gone too far ahead of ourselves. Wow, I really nearly made a massive mistake. I nearly didn't leave enough money for soil, so this is going to be the last bag of soil that we can afford. We have $4 left, so we're not going to be able to grow anymore tonight. I definitely didn't evenly distribute seeds to soil, but that's okay. I think with what we have here, we're going to have enough. So, instantly grows a plant but reduces plant quality, not quantity, so that's going to be okay. Here's a pro tip as well. We might be able to get some more money for another bag of grow. So let's pick up as much trash as we can. Great, so we managed to get $20 from the picking up trash. I never thought I'd be picking up trash in that game, but I guess there's a time for everything. So we get our $20, and now we're going to get our 2 bags of soil. Fantastic. There's 2 more plants we're going to be able to grow tonight. Okay, so we finished the day producing 48 products, 48 units, and we have a demand of around 24 tomorrow, maybe even 29. So we're going to sleep. And we're not going to worry about... Oh, I must have missed the text. Okay, so we're going behind Taco Ticklers for 2. From the motel for 8. Back to Taco Ticklers for another 2. And then we're going to Highland Range for 5. Now we have a bit of a time on our hand and quite a bit of cash. We should be able to unlock the apartment this afternoon. So we're just going to deposit 300 and we're going to buy some 4 and 4. And that should see us through until the apartment. So we just ordered another dead drop. Okay, and let us go completing all these deals now. And while we're doing that, we're just going to swing by Mrs. Meg. We're going to offer her a free sample. Great. We're going to unlock her. Oh. And we're going to buy the room. Excellent. Now, I think most people will pack up at this stage and move into the apartment. That's not what we're actually going to do. We want to grind until we can unlock the botanist. I would ideally like to unlock the botanist before we move into the apartment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind for money and XP until we reach the level to unlock the botanist. And in the meantime, with the money that I'm earning using the speed grow and the 2 plants, I am going to build out the sweatshop to start a semi-automated factory. That is going to slingshot us into the bungalow. Okay, so we've done a quick reorganization of our motel. So we've put a shelf here. This is just primarily going to be jars and product. This is going to be our restock for the plants jars, and this is going to be our finished product. You might, yeah, I probably skipped over that fact. So we're moving on to jars, which means every time we get a text for, hey, I'm after 3, we're going to do a counter offer plus 2, and then we're just going to add up to 90, 95. He will say yes, and then we'll meet him in the morning. The reason we do that is it's a lot easier to track how much product we have in our inventory, how much we've got on the shelves, and how much we need to have. So we can just go 1 jar, 2 jars, and 4 singles. So we've got more than 2 jars and 4 singles. Okay, so that is all that we can do for the tonight. Unfortunately, we ran out of speed go, so I'm just going to wake up in the morning and go and complete the next day. Wow, so we unlocked a lot of stuff then. We got pot sprinklers, electric plant trimmers. We went up like 3 levels in one day. So I'll show you why we use jars. So that's how quickly a jar deal is done. Okay, so we have the main objective, move the grow tents and packing station to the new room. What I want to do is just see whether we can buy 1 grow tent and perhaps even, no we can't, we're going to actually have to take the packing station there and take it back. But before we do that, I'm going to shoot across the road and see whether we can interest Molly. We're going to offer a deal. 0% chance of success, so that's not great. So unfortunately the game is not going to let us not pack it up, so we're going to have to just pack it up. Ideally, this will now complete the mission and further progress us, but we're just going to take it straight back. Great, so that did complete the mission, but of course we're just picking it all back up and taking it straight back. So as expected, the next status was reach friendly with Benji, so we're going to go straight back to Molly and see if we can tempt her with a smaller deal. So we're just going to give her 5 product for 60. Great, and that's going to move us up to friendly. So now we can go and recruit Benji immediately. Okay, and we've just assigned all of the product that we can to all of the customers that we can to Benji. So we're just going to quickly pack. There's a couple more things I need to do today, and that is going to be, just answer this. Great, so there's a mixing station. So we are going to have to get another, try a large, and we'll try a medium. Great, so we actually pretty much spent all of our money there. We deleted 4 units, bought 2 shelves and a medium, and we got a hot sprinkler as well. So we're just going to text from Benji that he's out of product, so he should be back soon. And now I'm sure a lot of you were screaming at me, move the TV. So we definitely did that. We picked up and destroyed the TV, not something that we're going to need. So I think I just heard Benji come back. So we'll take the money from him, trade him some items, and just pretty much give him everything that we have. So you might be wondering, why did we give him everything? Well, that's because he is going to be much more efficient than we are. We are pretty much just going to be cycling plants through and hopefully keeping Benji fully stocked up. So we can't do 2 things at once, but Benji can share the load for us. Think of him as an employee. Okay, so now we slowly have a surplus of items. We're going to start moving them over to the apartment. And just like my guide, we are going to build out the apartment exactly the same way that we did in my most efficient bungalow setup guide. So that's going to complete it for day 2. How much XP? Hopefully we get up at least a few levels. We get a mixing station and a new area. Fantastic. We also unlisted the product from, we also unlisted OG from our products page, and we're now exclusively selling sour diesel. That's why we unloaded all of our product onto Benji, because even though we're not selling it, he will continue to sell it. So we are forced to buy a mixing station, but we will be buying it and instantly destroying it. Okay, so finally we have a bit of time on our hands from bagging up some baggies, doing some jars, planting some seeds, getting another automatic watering pot. We are now expanding the customer base again. Okay, so now we're expanding our customer base. The next thing we need to rush is a skateboard. So we just heard Benji come home, grab his money, 1,000 big ones, and we're going to give him 3 and 1. So what did we do? We went onto the map and we expanded our customer base. We failed on, I think it was Jerry and Doris, but we pretty much got everyone else. So we're getting busy again, which is great. And of course, we're just counter offering. We're going to do 5, and even though it doesn't earn us any more money, it just costs us a unit, it keeps it simple and easy for us to manage. And ready to start the 3rd day. So we're progressing pretty quickly. And while we're here, we're going to do the mixing station mini quest. I'm just going to buy it. Place it. Pick it back up. Run to the gas mart. Purchase 1 ingredient. Do 1 mix. Great. And then destroy the mixing station. And the 1 mix. And while we're here, we're going to purchase the golden skateboard. Great, that's Jerry unlocked. So that is going to be a connection to the new supplier. So we have cops right there. That is in our 8th inventory slot. Surely we can do this. Oh, they didn't even get on us. That's right. I'm going to quickly do the mini quest. Now we're going to advance the next day. Okay, how we're looking. Nice. We are speed running. Alright, so we are finally dealing with Meg, who is our gateway to the next dealer. We're giving her 5 instead of 1. We're just going to try and speed run her satisfaction. And we're spending our last $600 on 2 automatic soil pourers. How good. Now, can I do this one with Charles? So it's on inventory slot 5. How many do I have there? I have 7. So let's put 6 over here. Inventory slot 5, which is here. Oh, we didn't even get triggered. If there's police nearby, if you quickly do it, you can skip the whole police rigmarole. Great, so we're starting to get the final supplies. Well, actually, we're not really. But we're starting to get pretty close to the supplies that we need to finish the switch up. Great, so there's all of our grow tents put down and our supply shelves. So we're kind of halfway there. Quickly talk to Uncle. Alright, so we're going to gain access to the warehouse as the next mission, which is great because that means employees are next. Let's sleep. Put them 4. I believe the next level is going to be employees, so that's great. Great, so we got another Meg deal coming up here, which means that's going to put us closer to friendly with the next connection to the supplier. Great, and there is pseudo unlocked already. We are progressing very fast. I'm having a thought, maybe we skip the grow plant in the switch shop completely and go straight on to meth production. I wonder if we could set up an automated meth. No, because we only get 1 employee. I think I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to set up. We're going to have that. So that's. We might be able to do it, depending on how much money we have by the time it comes around to moving into the switch shop. I think we're going to set up a meth production there. Wow, so we already have access to the warehouse. That's a record speed. So we have acid and phosphorus already available to us. Lab ovens, chemistry stations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately hire a chemist and send him to the sweat shop. And that's a lab oven and chemistry station already purchased. Alright, so we're going to day 6, maybe? Day 8. Okay, way off. Okay, and that is day 1 complete. We have an automatic production farm set up, all funneling into this. We haven't moved a packing station in here, but that is fine. We've got product for the next day. The dealer has product. We've got seeds planted and surplus in our shelves. I believe we're on day 11 or day 12. I did not expect to have this already unlocked before we moved into the sweatshop. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether this can sustain us, but I think we're going to run out of both places for the time being. So that is going to leave it for this episode. I said we'd get into here. It's a bit of a change in plans, but of course we've still got some grow tents if we do need to switch it up and go back to the original plan. I just want to see how this runs. We've got 2 chemistry sets and 1 lab oven all funneling into this shelf. So we're going to hopefully try and transition into meat production as soon as we can and get to the bungalow ASAP. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next episode. And of course, please like, comment, and subscribe. A lot of effort goes into these videos. And of course, I've got guides for everything on my channel. If you want to watch guides on automatic setup for every single property, it's all listed there. So make sure you check those out as well. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and goodbye.